In today's video, I will show you how you can use my NAM starter pack, who is it for, what is it, and why should you even bother to buy anything from me or any other person when everything is free on Tone 3000. Okay, to begin with, I need to address one thing that I've seen in a comment section in my previous video, and basically why those profiles are not calibrated. And I know that, input calibration is kind of a big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people are obsessed with all kind of details with NAM captures, but my captures are not meant for them, basically. And basically, the starter packs that I have on CODEX or other devices, they are meant to be a starting point for people who don't know anything about certain device or certain platform, and basically they want some good tones without tweaking. Basically, it's a collection of my 30 go-to tones that I pretty much always program on any device. Most of these tones are meant to emulate some kind of tones from certain artists, and some of them are basically parts of my amp packs. There are all kinds of tones from like cleans to crunch, edge of breakup, up until really high gain tones. It's fairly straightforward. If you've got, for example, jazz clean tone, you've got a jazz clean tone. So let's play it. Okay, but let's say that someone is like more classic rock guy and he wants to play AC/DC, and it sounds like this. Okay, another classic, for example, Killer Queen. And of course, I know that Brian May is using something completely different, but I decided to make this preset for humbuckers, so it sounds like this. One very important thing. The NAM captures, if you are not familiar with them, they are basically amp cab tones. They don't have any effects. So this tone will sound like this. So you need to add some kind of effects, delays, all kinds of things, or you may use something that I personally would recommend, and basically it's a Genome. Or you may use some kind of like all-in-one NAM loader, or use it on device that supports NAMs, basically. I will have a longer video about Genome soon, but basically the NAM loader is called CODEX in here. So let's start from scratch. All you have to do is you need to add a CODEX, right? And then you need to open a folder with my presets. Okay, A2 starter pack, and basically you're clicking on anything. And right now, as you can see, you've got NAMs A2. And here are basically all of the amp cab tones. Okay, so let's find the Killer Queen and let's hear what it sounds like. So, right now, you basically have got all of the tones included in your software. And of course, there's a free version, it's called Genome Intro. I'll probably make a video about it soon. And it's got that studio reverb. Let's go with default and let's hear what it sounds like. So, you already got some kind of tone. Of course, you may change it, you've got presets, all kind of stuff. Okay, so for example, let's choose 80s clean. And let's add some chorus, for example this one, it's in paid version. So, this is what 80s clean sounds like. I am using a split in Ibanez, and with chorus it sounds like this. Let's go to In Excess. So you get the point. Okay, let's go to one of my favorite presets. It's based on my SLO 100 clone, and completely dry, it sounds like this. But let's say I want to boost it a little bit. So in that case, let's add, for example, Tube Screamer. And let's add some kind of reverb. And let's add stereo delay. And it sounds like this. There is one very, very cool thing inside Genome, and I actually think it's way better than other NUM loaders, because there's a lot of options of basically changing the tone of your NUM files. And it may be a good thing or a bad thing if you are like, as I said before, if you're insanely focused on like, micro scale changes, I'm not your guy, basically. I care if it sounds good, basically. So this is where input filter is actually very helpful, because if you basically got, insanely bright guitar, you may go to warm, or if you've got super, dull guitar, you may go with bright. So you've got those input filters, you've got tone stack, and basically you can choose from those tone stacks. So right now we've got Cali. So you may change EQ, and it may sound good or bad. You've got a slim knob, so basically you may change the accuracy of a NUM file. And I've done some null tests. There is a difference, but honestly, I don't hear that much of a difference. You may be the judge. So let's remove all of the effects. This is A2 slim. Regular NUM. Not much of a difference. And I've done the same test in Getaway. I don't think that you should really care, quite honestly. But let's say you hate the NUM file that you downloaded from Tone 3000 or bought from me. Sorry. Very secure. Basically, what you can do, you can go here, and you've got two very powerful tools. There's a graphic EQ enhancer, and also MixFit. So let's say the tone that you downloaded is super bright or too boomy, so you can use high cut or low cut. So first, let's remove the low frequencies. For example, everything below 100. Okay? A little more, so you'll hear a difference instantly. Of course, that's way too much, but you can do it. Okay, and high cut. Very useful if you've got, once again, bright guitar or want to get like lead tone. So you can do, for example, high cut around 5K or 6K. Okay, apart from that, we've got brilliance, body, thickness, and dry wet in enhancer. You've got also settings for guitar and bass, but let's stay with a guitar. So let's go with a brilliance. You can hear that, it's not my favorite right now for this tone, but you can use it. Body. So if you've got anemic, basically it's an EQ. If you've got, anemic sound, you may change it, for example, with thickness. So basically low frequencies. Apart from that, you can also change your NUM tone with a MixFit, which is basically like a post EQ or mastering EQ, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's change the tone to 50/50 metal, and let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, but let's say you're using, 8-string guitar or want to get some more djent into your tone. You can change the tightness, pick, and this is what it sounds like. Thanks for watching. My NUM pack is out now, and if you already owned the previous version of this pack that I released more than 2 years ago, you can grab it for free. I've already sent this version to all of the customers that bought it in my new shop, but if you bought it on Big Cartel, which was my earlier shop, not a Shopify, then you need to send me an email and I'll send you the files. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!